There's a place I go. I have a new phone now. I went before work and made sure that I got a new one. I need to cover up this part of my shirt so you don't see where I work, y'all. Even though you could probably guess. Oh, I can't cuss in the first 30 seconds. Now I can cuss. What are we going to talk about today with therapy and Coke? Today, we're going to talk about micromanaging. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. It happens a lot, to me at least, because where I work now, I'm a manager. I was a manager in the past. And I keep experiencing I don't know if people mean it the way it comes off, but it feels like everybody thinks that I don't know what I'm doing because I'm new to this store. But I have been a manager before at this place. So I get like the fun treatment of, do you know how to do that? Do you know how to do that? And I was a department, so I had my own little I had my own little thing going when I was a manager the first time. And the second time. So, God, I really want water. I should have got water instead of a Coke. But I would never betray Coke like that. It happened also at my long-term job from Alabama, where I would have people try to micromanage me. The only person that never really tried to micromanage me, that never did actually, was my supervisor. And I doubt that he's watching this, but you were the best one. You were the best supervisor I ever had. He probably won't care if I say his name. Shane, you were the best supervisor I ever had, dude. I miss having you as a supervisor. Holy shit. If I weren't moving, I would have tried to convince you to stay. Like, shit. It was so easy to be an auditor underneath you. Like, it was so easy because you just let me do my thing. Like, that's the problem I'm having. Nobody's chill enough to let me do my thing. Everybody thinks that I don't know what I'm doing. Like, oh my God, bro. All I want is just to be trusted that I know what I'm doing. It's so easy, my job is. Like, I know what I'm doing. It is such an easy job. Anyways, crash out over. At my long-term job in Alabama, there would be people. I was the longest standing auditor. I'm not afraid to say what I was there. I was the longest standing auditor there for a little bit, at least on my shift. And by longest standing, I mean I stayed on second shift, and I was the longest auditor that stayed on second shift. I also ended up training 5 of the people that I think still work there. But I trained all in all, probably about 30 people at that job. Most stayed, most moved up past what I was into a different role, or they moved adjacently to a different role. I would have people try to micromanage me, but then I would pull out, hey, I know what I'm doing. I've trained so many people before on this exact job that you are trying to micromanage me on. I know what I'm doing. And it's always been one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, hey, I think it started whenever I was I think this irk of being like micromanaged started when I was probably 4 or 5, when I realized that I was the dumb twin comparatively to my sister. At least my parents love my parents. They made it known that I was not smart. A kid will always know. They always took my sister to her math competitions, to all of her competitions. They never took me to art competitions. Not that I was doing that many anyways. And then in high school, they never came to a choir competitions, choir concerts. So obviously I have like that weird trauma of like knowing that I was the dumber twin, even though me and my sister are both smart in separate ways. Now, at least it's a very acknowledgeable thing that she's smart in ways that I am not smart, but I'm smart in ways that she's not smart. So, logic, but it starts from a childhood, like from my childhood, where I remember being basically told secondhand passively that I was the dumb twin. And I just had to kind of live with that. And people would try to like tell me how to do things, even though I knew how to do it and I wouldn't need help. And it was a constant thing that happened. It's also a thing with my OCD. I'm a control freak. People in my life know this. Yeah. Like, it's just a thing that happens with OCD where you kind of always need control. Or when I'm at work, I'm always running shift. And that's like, I think that's the only way that I'm like, I need to control this. Because if it's not going right, then I can fix it. But there comes the problem of people wanting to put in their 2 cents. And I'm like, hey, hey diva, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna get into specifics because I don't want to be that person that like rants about their job while they're still working there. However, diva. Oh my God, there was a car behind me. Are you the trade they speak of, diva? I really, really am starting to realize that I want so bad to be back in my niche. Like, oh my God. My niche being manufacturing. I had job offers from places up here. There is one place specifically, and I'm going to name them name by name, in New York. Why was the quality manager so racist? Holy shit, dog. Why were you racist? Oh my God. Oh my God. I was there for a day because it was a temp position. It was a temp to like permanent position. I was going to work, I think 600 hours and then get a permanent position there. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I went in for my first day. We did training. I got hired as quality. I got hired as a quality person. And she put me with people because I need to learn like what's it called? The protocols. Their QC, like terminology, all that stuff. They were of Asian descent, is what I will say. They were of Asian descent. And I don't know their exact origin, but everybody there was of the same origin, from what I was told by everybody there. And I was being trained by, she put me with someone who spoke no English. However, I did learn because say this is a piece of paper. The instructions clearly say this. He would just point to the instructions, have me read it, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, obviously, I'm reading the instructions, I'm seeing it, it's very obvious. But she would come by and she would check on me every now and again. And by every now and again, she would come by and ask, why is nothing going right? Why is everything going wrong? You people never understand. Blah, 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 blah. Racist, racist, racist stuff. Ma'am! Ma'am! I need a cigarette! Why are we just being so blatantly racist to these people's faces? Why would you talk to people like that? Like, I got a job there, worked there for a day, literally never went back. That's the video today for Coke and Therapy. If you like it, subscribe. I posted a short, I think is what it's called, and that bitch did surprisingly well. I didn't expect it to do so well. I got 3 new subscribers, so if you're here and you're queer, don't miss the opportunity. Ah!